Hey guys, apparently I ruffled some feathers being a storyteller and sharing with you my just short stories that I like to write in my free time because I just was suspended, probably going to be banned from my 9th account. This is my 10th account. I will be creating an 11th account, but I need to get a new phone to do that because apparently my IP addresses just are no longer being accepted. But I just want to let you know that what I share on here, those are all stories. Nothing I say is real. I make up stories, just having fun looking up little tidbits here and there. So I like creating make-believe fictional stories to share with you guys just for laughs, just to get along, just to give you a little bit of my personality. So enjoy my story, my fictional story. This is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you.
It's story time again in Illusion Land. I figured since I've been talking about Illusion Lands in Cloudville, I needed to give you a little backstory on Illusion Land. First, I want to say that Cloudville is the capital of Illusion. First, I want to start off with just giving you a little bit of a narrative, just to put things in perspective, okay? If I was to break into someone's house and steal their electronics and take them to the pawn shop, I would be arrested for not only breaking into their house, but also trying to sell stolen merchandise, right? If someone died during the course of this robbery, I would be charged with them, right? Which brings me to my story about how Illusion Land became a thing. Because Illusion Land was created by Paleface. Paleface unalived those that were native to Illusion Land in order to steal their land and ultimately profit from the said land. After the Illusionary War, they're statesmen, and they call them they're called kleptomen, and other places they just call them states heads. They just got really high-ranking jobs. But in Cloudsville, they're called kleptomen. In Illusion Land, they had a group of men that they called them sheep herders that helped them fight in the Illusionary War. For payment in unaliving those native in Illusion Land, these sheep herders were given land. And that's why, like, the majority of the townships in Illusion Land are named after these sheep herders. The sheep herders were the bosses in what they call the stillitary. And so the bosses of the stillitary led their sheep to people, and as payment, Illusion Land gave these sheep herders free land. Well, they call it fucking free land. Once these wig-wearing ass hats began to establish their townships, they brought over pale zombies in order to help create and build Illusion Land. The zombies that they brought over, they created the churches, the schools, the medical facilities. They even created the government. And of course the laws that governed these little towns that they now owned. So the laws were created based on what they believed to be right. Once they were able to create these townships with their pale zombies, this is when all their diabolical ideas really came into fruition, because they didn't look at people of color as human beings. Not at all. So since Paleface wasn't able to look at people of color, they were able to create a narrative. They created a narrative that in their minds justified their abuse and oppression of the people native to Illusion Land. But Paleface had a huge problem on their hand that they weren't prepared for. They didn't consider how they were going to build Illusion Land. But fear not, Paleface had a solution. Let's steal black and brown people from other countries, and they can build Illusion Land. Collective support for what happened then in Illusion Land still happens today. This was where control, torture, and oppression was birthed in Illusion Land. This was how the rich planned on getting richer. This is where hate was invented towards the black and brown people. The leaders of Illusion Land were able to instill fear into their citizens. They used this fear to justify everything from the past to the present, and they will use it to justify things happening in the future, if we let it. What we are seeing today in Illusion Land is because the true history of Illusion Land was not taught, which is why there's a sense of entitlement from people that look like me. I'm not speaking this to cause shame. I assure you, I'm only speaking this because I want people to become aware. None of us had control over the past. But it's 2024. We can and we should prevent the past from ever showing up in our future again. Ignorance is the excuse of the past. Read a book, watch a documentary, whatever you do, educate yourself. The time is now. We don't have time to wait to be told what to do. You guys know what needs to be done. Thank you for watching this.